What a wonderful Christmas story. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hello, everybody. My name is Santa Claus, and I'm here reading some wonderful Christmas stories for this year, Christmas 2021. And what a Merry Christmas it's turning out to be. I hope that you agree. I have a story for you, Animorphs fans. What better story for Christmas than Animorphs, the most Christmassy of sci-fi adventures ever put onto paper. So, I hope you've got your zoology books with you. If you open your zoology books to page 313, you will find Cassie's Christmas Party, a wonderful Christmas story. And so I shall now read to you Cassie's Christmas Party. Cassie's Christmas Party. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and every creature was stirring, even the desbardine. The tinsel on the tree glittered in the glow of the chittering fire as the ever-busy Animorph troubled her fingers with the tying of silken bows around a motley collection of gifts. Time was not on her side, and she regretted the decision to allow Ronnie to do the Christmas shopping this year. There were no children to spoil, of course, though it most certainly felt like it. She scurried a parcel beneath the smelly spruce just as a tapping rattled the wooden door of her abode. She brushed off her shit-stained overalls as best she could and hurried to the foyer. She beat Ronnie to the task, gnashing her teeth at the cowering flame-haired partner and sending him back to the kitchen with unbridled fury. With reluctant hands, she pulled up the latch, hoisted open the door, and there in a glorious wave of woolen hats and scarves were all of her friends. "Merry Christmas!" they cheered in unison. Cassie placed a smile upon her face and presented them with a little wave. "Oh, hello," she replied. "Please, do come in." Barely had she uttered the invitation when the horde bustled forward in one swift motion, escaping the bitter cold of the Wyoming landscape to hustle amongst the warmth of her company. They invaded the foyer, the living room, and even dared to disturb Ronnie's labour in the kitchen. His calls of anguish were drowned amongst the chitter-chatter of friends and family. "Oh, I hate Christmas," Cassie whispered beneath her breath before working her way through the crowd to no apparent destination. She bumped into her father, Walter, who was struggling to hold back a desperate Aximili whose hands were stretched for a bowl of freshly made chili. The Andalite's human senses were sure to be overpowered in such a sweet scene, and Walter's persistence would surely soon wear out. A flutter of wings disturbed her curly hair, and Tobias flew by to land on the banister before her. He stared at her with intense hawk eyes. "Is Rachel coming?" he inquired. "For fuck's sake," Cassie exclaimed. "Rachel's dead, Tobias." "Ah, yes," replied the bird boy. "Maybe next year." And he flew off into the living room. Stringently restraining her bitter Christmas scepticism, Cassie slogged past Marco and Santarelli as they exchanged jokes that belonged firmly in the bosom of a forever sealed Christmas cracker to encroach the threshold of the living room. What was once a peaceful festive scene had become a nightmare of chaos and chorus. Over the line of heads, she witnessed the ruckus as Tobias impaled himself gorily upon Toby Hammy's headblade. Alaran made a joke that could only be described as controversial, and the groans erupted like a whimpering volcano. Only then did she establish a missing feature of her seasonal abode. The top of the tip, once proud before the windows... Sorry, that's a spelling error. The top of the tree, once proud before the windows, had vanished. She barged through the celebrations to find that all that was left of her beautiful tree was a stump and a couple of stray baubles. Beside, grinning with ignorant bliss, Jolfemy Selpic sat comatose. "You ate my tree!" cried the stunned homeowner, to which Jolfemy Selpic replied with a dismissive wave of a claw. A figure stepped beside her with a grave, manly tone in his voice. "It's okay, Cassie. The tree is irrelevant. All that matters is that we have a good Christmas dinner." Cassie spun to face Jake, noting how old he looked, his eyes sunken. "Geez, Jake, go take a shower or something." "I sent Menderash to the shower. He might not come back, but we all have to make sacrifices," he replied. Cassie sighed. "Why are you even here? Aren't you Jewish?" "Yes," Jake mused, "but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make for the Christmas dinner. I have no choice." Then a mighty crash engulfed the wonderful home. It shook the foundations and urged the audience to fall into each other like bladed, lethal dominoes. "What in God's name was that?" Cassie cried out, before regaining her stance and heading to the kitchen, where the unholy noise had occurred. When she arrived, she was stunned to see the room levelled, the ceiling caved in, and the worktops and ovens and other appliances lost beneath the bulk of a mighty blue whale. "Hello, Cassie! Merry Christmas!" Aftran greeted with glee. "You've squashed all the food," wailed Cassie. "Now Christmas is truly ruined." "I think I landed on Ronnie too," Aftran suggested. "Now's not the time," Cassie bellowed. "My food, my tree, it's all gone, all ruined." A hand invaded her shoulder from behind. She swiveled to face Eric the Chi, who had appeared unannounced. He said, "It's fine, Cass. We can still have a Merry Christmas. You don't need food or a tree. All you need is your friends." Cassie thought about that for a moment, and a wondrous idea filled her mind. "You're right, Eric," she beamed. "You're right. We can still have a Merry Christmas. We just need friends." And so it was that Cassie learned the true meaning of Christmas. All she needed was the help of friends, so with the aid of the others, she wrapped Eric up with tinsel and hung around him a selection of glorious baubles. They placed him in the living room and connected him up to the mains, and he lit up like a beacon. Oh, how jolly! The double-crossing traitor was useful at last. But what about the Christmas dinner they'd waited all year for? The turkey was little more than a pancake, but Cassie was clever enough to have discovered a worthy replacement. She removed Tobias from Toby's head blade, plucked and cooked him until he was golden brown. All the visitors sat around the grand dining table, sang songs and exchanged pleasantries. Everybody congratulated Cassie on her wonderful hawk dinner and the beautiful party. They vowed to visit again next year, and Cassie was all too happy to accept. She wished everybody a Merry Christmas and sent them back into night with love in their hearts. The end. What a wonderful Christmas story. I'm sure you found it delightful and uplifting, just in time for the Christmas festivities. My name is Santa Claus, and I'm wishing you the merriest of Christmases this year, all you Animorphs fans out there. I hope you enjoyed tonight's story, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Christmas holidays. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next year. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas to you all! Ho, ho, ho!